I have a question to Cornelia. This design thing you did in your company interests me very, very much. How do you came up with the idea that just design? Do you feel that you were behind design the Western Europe, or do you feel, you said to me that you have to be specially creative?
Yeah, I think the first reason for that was the strong competition. So we had to find something that makes us different from the other competitors. And I think that the first important point, that we already had creative members of the team, the graphic operators, graphic designers, so they were there, they were with us, they were working with us, so it was given. And the other thing that we always visited such exhibitions, and then we saw the trends of Europe. So these two elements connected, and therefore we started to design, to build up our own designer team. So that's how it worked. And the other thing that was, it was originated from the market, market wanted that sort of
your
thing.
clients wanted you to increase
exactly.
your
All
level
the brands
of
and the
design.
customers, yes.
Yes. Interesting. David, can you tell us something about the timetable for the education?
This is one of those open-ended questions, I'm afraid. We need to establish exactly what our customers want. And as Heiner indicated in his presentation, the first module will be on safety, health and safety, as that is fundamentally the basis for what you employ people for. They're in a safe environment, and they know how to handle machinery, how to handle equipment, and that sort of thing. We expect to have that relatively soon, don't we, available, and the plan is that this will be available free for everybody to use until the whole program is established and people then recognize the value of the program. I can imagine that this time next year we'll have a lot more available for people to be able to pick up and use.
Okay, that's good. Any more questions? Luke?
Thank you. It took about 5 to 10 years to reach the final team, and the first colleagues were coming from graphic side, from the graphics and the operators. They were the first because, as I mentioned, they were already with us within the team, so they were the first one, and then later other people joined, designers, then the furniture designer colleagues, and all the other ones. And it was it didn't happen from one day to another. It was a very long process. Yeah, exactly. Because when we did first, we produced the first POS designs, and then after that, after a few years, we made more and more complex things. We did some shop-in-shop designs, and then office and interior designs, and all those changes, they attracted the new colleagues as well. So the team was developed from one year to another. Thank you.
Manos?
Aspect of business into a training program, or examination program, since it's a very personal view of how design, if a design is good or bad, if it is easy to make or not, how difficult do you think it can be from, let's say, from the trainers or examiners position to integrate at the same time? How does the design people see this as a training opportunity for the people?
Do you want me to begin? I think the first thing to say is that design is a subjective connotation, because what's the colour of your living room and furniture is completely different to mine most probably, but they serve the same function. I would start off from a point of saying it is very difficult to educate people for design. They would need to go away on university, college courses for that sort of thing. But also, it is a design today will be completely different in 10 years' time, because things move on. And I don't think that the European Sign Federation would have control of that. We would always be following on a design, the coattails of design. So for us to provide a course that would say, here we are, this is what you should be doing for design, I think would not work. I think that's more down to my colleague here to be able to, as a business, say, this is what we want designed and this is how you go about doing it. I think that is more the way it will come, design. Yeah? Unless you...
Just one more comment. I think that working with designers is not an easy question at all, because, you know, they are so different. They have to be so creative, they have to fly, they have to imagine things, so they are a little bit a different species of, I could say. And the other thing is that you have to fit those people, those creative people, into a system which is a production system. So I should say that finding the right people, finding the right designers who fit into this production process, who can fit into this production process, is not easy at all. And then we can talk about training as well, which is not an easy question again.
I have another question for... Oh, sorry.
I love e-learning, but there is no chance to integrate this theme into an e-learning system. I would not do so. There are a lot of things you can use with the system, but design is not able to be translated in a system of e-learning. I believe so.
One question for Cornelia. You saw that design app from Daniel here. In my world, this means that the sign seller or the sign project manager has the design in his computer, and you more or less could cut away designer's work from the sign company. I don't believe if that is a good thing or a bad thing. What do you think?
Sorry, I didn't really get the point of the question. So
you saw Daniel's application,
yeah,
which means in my world that the sign seller, project manager, he can take his computer to the customer's site, and he can make more or less the design work on site together with this customer, and just ship away the layout to the production unit. So we cut away the design competence. We have it in the computer, right? But the computer does not see different lights, different colors, different viewing angles, traffic, so on, as we do. I'm not a designer, but as we do when we are out looking at things
on the spot. Yeah.
on the spot. Yes.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And the other thing is that these things, this technology is a great thing, but you always have to adjust it to reality. And also you need the knowledge coming from the production's background. So the experience and reality are the most important things, but I have to admit that this technology is a plus.
Oh, yes,
So
yes.
it's a great thing.
You have much time to spare.
Thank you. I can remember about 20 years ago when I saw for the first time a photograph with someone had stuck on to the photograph a drawing of a sign. And that's how basic it was.
Yeah.
But it was a fantastic tool to give someone the imagery of what the sign would look like. And I think this is leaps forward in being able to do that. But I don't think it will replace someone's ingenuity in being able to design a sign. You will always need that.
You mean it gives the designer an excellent tool
An excellent tool. It's an excellent tool to be able
produce
to
yeah. faster, quicker, and,
Exactly,
and
exactly.
even more due to the production units.
Exactly.
Because,
The designer and the sign company that uses that will be a leap ahead of everybody else.
Yes.
And
yes.
their presentation will be that much more exemplary and more likely to win business.
Yeah, that's interesting, really interesting. Any more questions? No? We have our sign design award in 30 minutes from now. Shall we take a short break and we have to collect some people here? Or shall we go for it now? What? Short break, yeah.